What does gardening and card making have in common? This video is going to give you step-by-step instructions for how to make a flower pot shaped card. It's adorable, so I want you to make it too. I am Dawn, creator of Dee Dee Creates Crafts, and this is the channel for simple cards and helpful hints and fun projects you'll enjoy making over and over again. If this is the type of channel you're looking for, go ahead and hit subscribe while it's fresh on your mind. And we're gonna get ready to make some crafts. I'm gonna turn you down. Are you ready to get started? I'm turning the camera down. And I'm gonna line you up so you see good. And we're gonna get started. This is the flower pot card. Here is your little insert. Hello, my friend. All the little flowers we're gonna make out of scrap paper. We're gonna use punches today, and I'm gonna teach you how to make the flower pot card. Precious. All right, let me put it right here for a second, and then I'll move that arm. The step one we want to do is cut the card base at 4 1/4 by 8 1/2. 4 1/4, 8 1/2. Then you're gonna score at 3 1/2, and then again, you're gonna score at 7. All right, 3 1/2 and 7. Those are our score lines. Now what you're gonna do is fold your score lines backwards. Now I've already gone ahead and do this, which I'll explain, but they don't go in the same direction. One goes this way and one folds up towards it. And this is gonna form our flower pot. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 steps going for step 1. So part 3 of step 1, we're gonna die cut an edge along this side, which is gonna be the top of the flower part. And it's the side where the score line is the 7-inch score line. That's where you're gonna put your border. And I've already done that for us to save some time. So then what we're gonna do is measure and make a mark. So we're gonna measure in a 1/4 inch, I believe it is, or is it 1/2 inch? Let me measure real quick. I think it's 1/2 inch, you guys. Okay, so at the bottom, just put a little tick mark at 1/2 inch, and let's do it at this side. Done. And then we're gonna go ahead and leave it closed, but I'm gonna open my little flap, if you will. Now line up the flap right on the score line with your cutting little space, and we're gonna cut, and you know I like to cut away from me, so we're gonna start here and cut down towards, yes, through both pieces, your 1/2 inch mark. So let's turn it again. This time I'm gonna do the opposite, and I'm gonna break my rule and cut towards the score line. And this is the most important part. These little scraps is what forms our flower pot. That's the most important part of your whole card. How cute is that? So let's get on with our decorating. So let me get my tools. Here it goes. We are not going to adhere this closed. We're actually going to take some twine and we're going to wrap it around and tie a knot or bow, your personal preference. So there's 1, 2, I think look at that, I ran out of my twine, so I only have enough for 2, and that's okay. You can do 1, 2, or 3 actually. So let me do, I like it. I always like mine a little off center, and you know that about me. Everything's got to be a little off center. Maybe because my personality's a little off center. Is that because I'm crafty? Do you feel that way sometimes? Oh my goodness. We're a little off center, but that's okay because we're crafty. All right, there we go. Let me pull it tight. I want to pull it tight, get a nice knot, and oh my stars. Let me get it a little tighter so I can get in there. Hold it and pull it at the same time. Okay, now I'm gonna tie my bow. I went ahead and did a knot because for me, it's easier to manipulate my bow if it's in there solid and tight and I don't have to worry about holding my little pieces together. I don't like how that looks. Turn it upside down. Turn it upside down. Put the bow in the opposite direction from you. When mine come out backwards, upside down, facing the wrong direction, I realize I need to turn the bow and tie my bow so it faces away from me. So let me get this a little bigger. Now I can fix it. Okay. There we go. So we've got a nice little bow. I'm gonna leave mine, I'm gonna cut them. Isn't that funny? I'm gonna do this, you guys. No, let's do that. Your flower pot is done. The 4 steps to step 1 are complete. So let's put our little flower pot aside and get on to step 2, which we are actually gonna die cut our label for our flower pot. You know I've got my little mini cut and emboss machine because it's like, I love it. You know I want to marry it. Just look how small it is. It fits on camera. It goes on traveling with you. Can go in the RV. Can go to scrapbooking events with you. Retreats, card classes, whatever ever you do with your paper crafting. This little tool is wonderful. This would work for pretty dies, for junk journals. It works for scrapbooking. Wouldn't that be framed beautifully with a photo inside for a scrapbook page? And then it also is perfect for our card making. So this particular die comes from, it's called Scalloped Contour Dies, and I'll put the link below. But look at all the different size frames it makes. Fabulous. So I'm gonna put this back. I've got my little frame insert. I've gone ahead and pre-stamped one for us, and this is what's gonna go inside our flower pot, but it's also gonna be what we decorate. So how are we gonna decorate? I promised you we're gonna use some scraps. So let me grab my pretty scrap paper right here. And I chose So Saffron and Blushing Bride. I did this flower pot in like the crumb cake to have a neutral. And this one, I wanted it to look more like a clay flower pot. And I forget the color of this, but I will look it up and post below. I wish I could remember, I cannot. It's one of my favorite colors for obvious reasons. Now, you've seen me do this before. I just tuck my scrap paper in with the actual cardstock. I do the same thing with my pattern paper. So look, I'm just gonna pull out a few scraps, if you will. There's one. And I keep them all there. Look, maybe that one's small enough, maybe it's too big, but we'll see. This is the medium daisy size punch. So this is what we're gonna use for our craft. And I think this is too skinny, it is. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this. I'm gonna make, how many flowers should you make? That just depends on you. How many do you want? How many of what color? And then in here too, I've got some that are almost like flower buds, and I'm gonna show you how I made those as well. And then with my pretty pink color, I'm gonna do some more flowers. You do need 2 punched flowers per, let's see if I could do my little trick. I just did it. Can you see how I lined it up? There's a petal hole right under one of those metals. But look, see how I did? But it still worked. So that's how we conserve even our scrap paper. So let me cut a couple more because we need 2 daisies per flower. All right, I'm liking it. Now, another thing I wanted to show you, this decoration, my Ladybug, is from this stamp set. Hello, Ladybug. And in this stamp set, there is a stamp for a daisy. Guess which punch happens to fit? So I stamped 2 daisies. I'm not going to use these on our project today, but I wanted to share with you how beautifully it fits. Let me cut that. It's my paper that doesn't fit. Scissors, here you go. All right, I want to make it so it's, so did I stamp it? wonky, or am I lining it up wonky? Nope. So cute, see? So that was from the stamp. So this has multi uses. I'm finding I gotta get close to it. That's why I wedge off some of the corner there. I wanna do one more just to show you the versatility of this particular punch. So you'll use this punch for your stamped flowers as well as cardstock flowers because it's that versatile and it works. Now, we're also, this one I made a ladybug, and I thought this time for us, I'll make us a little bumblebee. And let me show you how creative you can get with this punch, which is the Ladybug Punch. Now, you're thinking, oh, it probably only makes ladybugs. Well, you can see it also makes bumblebees. Did you also know it makes butterflies? It can make a bunny rabbit. It can make an owl. It can make a cat. Today, we're also going to use it to make the leaves for the flowers. So look how versatile this one punch is. And on top of this, we're going to make the leaves. So here he is. And I just have really scrappy scraps for the leaves. And I can just, with these, slide it into the side because I'm only going to cut the leaf, not the body of the, I always want to call her a ladybug, butterfly, but of our ladybug. So we're going to use it for that, and then we're going to also use it to make the bumblebee. You can make the bumblebee a couple ways. You can either use some black and white cardstock and draw stripes and color it in, but this I just think looks so whimsical and cute. I'm gonna make this one and show you how to make it. So I've pre-popped out a ladybug body, and then I've pre-cut just some strips. These are 1/4 of an inch, and I'm gonna get my little silicone mat here because nothing sticks to it. It is heaven on earth. Glue won't stick to it. Tape runner won't stick to it. And for the bumblebee, I did want to use vellum wings. So we're gonna use vellum for the wings. I just like that look. It just looks so pretty. And I'll show you a little trick I discovered for applying the glue so it does not show on your vellum. And I don't think you will have seen this trick before. And I just discovered it by accident. I experimented. I'm like, there has got to be a better way. Y'all know what I'm talking about. With vellum, it's like, you don't want it to show. And typically I try to hide things under the glue marks, under embellishments, but all right, I'm gonna put a little at the tip of the bottom of the bee, but I'm just gonna use a little snip of some of this strip that's just poking beyond it. I just want a little bitty bit at the bottom there. And yes, the strips are extending just like we've done with greeting cards before. Ah, mamacita, go back. There you go. All right, let me see if I can do it a little early. Get back on there, little heifer. I might have to cut it and then add this. You will not have trouble with this unless you're trying to cut it while your glue is wet, which I'm trying to do. So just turn the little guy upside down and cut the yellow pieces off. I'll add this little, well, what am I doing, Charlie Brown? Here I go. Okay, let me see if I can just re-put that at the very bottom. So I don't think it'll really work. Thank you for your patience. You guys are so good. The reason I really wanted to do this is because I really want to demo how to make the little wings, more importantly than even our bumblebee. All right, here's my trick for gluing the wings down. My trick is, Let me just put it on. It's gonna go this way, so I'm gonna put some glue down. Half the wings on the inside, and now with my finger, I'm gonna rub it in so it almost disappears. It'll still stick, I promise you, but it will not show. All right, he's done. There is your bumblebee. Look real close. Look at the wings. Do you see glue? I know. That's the trick. You have sticky little fingers, but that's my trick. I smeared in the glue flat and sticky, and I have no issues with the vellum. All right, we're gonna do a lot of gluing today with our daisies and with our, let me dump out some more of my leaves. I made some more little people in case I messed up. I would have extras. Now, the main part with this is just to get a cute design. This is where I shared you can make some daisy buds. Take one of your daisies, cut it in half. Let's get a little glue. I just put a little dab of glue in the middle of one side, and then I'm going to arrange, you'll see when I move my fingers, my petals just like this. Look, it's so sweet. And that's it. That is it. Now, to make a whole daisy, same thing, only different. Okay, did you catch that one? Are you laughing? I'm just going to put glue in the center and then arrange the second daisy on top, kind of twist and turn and manipulate till you get all the little baby petals so that they're, what would you call that? Intertwined, sort of, kind of. But so every last one on both of the daisies are showing. So we're going to keep doing that with our pink. Da, 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 da. All right, here we go. Oh, that doesn't look as cute as I would like it, so let me keep turning. Sometimes you just gotta twist and turn. This looks much better. I still have some little space there, but hey, I'll try again. All right, there we go. All right, that's so cute. These are so cute. So let's make, I got 1, 2. I'm gonna do one more pink one is what I'm thinking, what I'd like to do. Here it is. Get some paper stuck. Look what happened to me. Good grief, Charlie Brownie. I got my paper stuck. All right, I got a little bit out. Get a little more because I don't think it'll work without it, huh? All right, you guys have had this happen too, right? It's not just me. All right. So I do want a couple more daisies, otherwise I would not have made you suffer. Sorry, I saw something I was doing wrong. There we go. This is the hardest thing we do on the entire card. The main part of the card is to cut the 1/2 inch to get your flower part, but this is the hardest part, and this is not hard, is it? So now we've got flowers ready to go. We've got our leaves, and these leaves are just the wings from your ladybug. How cute is that? So I think I'm gonna add some wings to the corner. Being careful not to go too much to the side because I want it to fit in the envelope. So how are we gonna know it's gonna fit in an envelope? Well, this one I pre-measured. So let's figure out about how tall this is. Oh, here I go. So this is definitely about, once it goes in its thing, 5 1/4. So that let's with this make sure, I'm gonna put it here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/4. So I'm gonna make sure not to build it up past there. Now let's do, you know, it'd be cute. So let's put our little flower bud on top of that. Is there a rhyme or reason to this, where you put your flowers? Absolutely not. You just make it cute for you, what you're looking for, what you enjoy. It is fun to add a lot of leaves, and sometimes I even glue them on top of each other. You could come down a little lower. Look, oh my stars. A little lower, tuck it under. That actually looked good. I'm going to do it. Tuck it a little bit under your daisy there. You could put it where some petals are on top and some petals are on bottom. I'm going to do, let's do another yellow. What I'm not doing, which I should be doing, is using my baby silicone mat, so I don't have my issues with the gluing. I'm going to overlap that a little, and I got to make sure, there it is. So I just got to make sure I don't go beyond my mat. I just lined it up. Let me see if I can go. Yep. I'm going to put some glue on the bottom of this daisy and that top because, there I go. That looks nice. Make sure it's not sticking beyond. Let's add another pink. We're almost done. Plenty of leaves. Just overcut punch too many leaves because I'd rather have too many and be able to add as much as you like. Oh my stars, it's just turning out so cute. I'm just very tickled with it. I wonder if that would go, and I think it will. Let me go under there. It's not doing what I want it to do. That looks better, huh? And let's do one last pink flower. I think I'm going to put it here. And since I put it there, guess what I'm going to do? More leaves. Doesn't that make you laugh? Okay, here we go. Yeah, baby, we're going to put some more leaves because we can. And remember, the leaves are the wings from the ladybug. So we lift carefully. Flip it over. I got a little bit of glue that needs to dry right there. Let me press it down just a little, and I'll demonstrate and slide it into our flower pot. And then what's missing, you guys? You know what's missing? Our bumblebee. So, and I'm seeing I could go a little wider with my flowers. I mean, flowers or leaves. So guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to add some more leaves. I'm going to get wild and crazy with my leaves. All right. There we go. Wild and craziness. And then we'll decide together where to put the baby bumblebee. All right, so I'm very happy, except for my sticky fingers. Now you can use some dimensionals if you want to pop up one of these flowers that are more on the top. Now you could put your bee down here on your flower pot. You can tuck him to the top under the string, or go ahead and put him right there on the flowers. And I think I'll do the trick I just shared with you, and I'll go ahead and add some dimensionals to our baby bumblebee. I'm being so careful because I can't even express to you how sticky. Should I have it go towards the flowers? I kind of like it away from them. It covers up a lot more. Oh my gosh, do you love it? And let me show you what I did with those daisies. You can either come back and stamp a center, because they actually have a little center stamp right here for your daisies. That's what I did on the stamped daisies. I added that next stamp. Or come back and just kind of do some dots in the middle of your flowers. Lift the little petals. just to add a little dimension to your flowers. I think that looks cute. Do you like it? So we've got our bumblebee with some, there we go. Oh, my stars. And I'm gonna tuck it into our clay flower pot. And I'm going to lay the other one next to it. So show and tell the two colors. And then, so step 2, let me go back in order. I got excited with my gluing of the flowers. The step 2 was to die cut the label and stamp the label, stamp the sentiment. Your step 3, 4 parts, gather your scraps to punch the flowers, gather your scraps to punch out the ladybug wings, gather your scraps to punch the body of the ladybug in black, and then gather the scraps to either cut out red wings and stamp those with the stamp for the black spots, or do what we did and do the vellum wings. The reason I do Dee Dee Creates Crafts channel is to introduce you to me, introduce you to Stampin' Up! Products, show you how to use the products, and teach you simple cards and projects so you can feel confident making. Did you know that when you order products with me, it helps support this channel? Sure does. So today my show and tell is the Ladybug Punch and the Medium Daisy Punch, and then the Ladybug stamp set. And if you're just tuning in, the versatility of the Ladybug Punch. You'll be using that all year, all year. I know you will. All right, if you're having fun, I want you to go boop and hit the like button and just show me some love. And we've assembled the card. It pulls out like that. So stinking cute. This is the host code. When you place your orders, go ahead and use the May host code only this month, in the month of May. They change monthly. I'll put a link below. And you'll also see in the description how to get some card kits from me for absolutely free. All right, tell me in the comments section, do you enjoy gardening? If you do you grow flowers, or do you grow vegetables, or do you grow both? I need to know what you grow. Flowers, vegetables, both. I'm gonna turn the camera up now so we can say goodbye. This is the first year I've actually attempted to grow vegetables. I'll let you know how it goes. I've always grown herbs, hence my little basil plant, but the vegetables, this is my first year. So anywho, that's why I'm so excited to hear if you guys garden at all, and whether it's vegetables or flowers, flowers or vegetables. So here's the drill. Remember to like this video, remember to subscribe, and remember to come back and see me real soon. I'm gonna add an extra remember. Would you tell your crafty friends about Dee Dee Creates Crafts YouTube channel? If you're like me and you craft, you have crafty friends. So go ahead and tell them about Dee Dee Creates Crafts. Come back and see me. I'll have another video for you tomorrow. Love you guys. Bye.